manufacturing, there's a whole nother world of price and margins. And what I mean by that is right now we are using a mold that we can only really make 3,000 of these before the mold is no good. And that mold costs us about $30,000. But you have to use this mold because you can't 3D print these, because if there's even a couple, 1 or 2 millimeters of variance, it doesn't fit good. So you have to make these molds very, very precise. A true mold that can make tens of thousands costs $250,000. But you make one of those, you got a lot of revenue coming. So it all comes down to what we have, what we can spend. And right now we don't need that $250,000 mold because we don't have tens of thousands of orders. We just have to make enough to kind of get out there. So the manufacturing, that mold stuff, that's the one cost. The actual components, $15 worth of stuff. So I'm sure we can get that even cheaper than that. I think we can basically make this device for probably less than $10 if we really wanted to.
And is that, are y'all going to have manufacturing in-house? So you're not going to outsource that out?
So the short answer is there's certain things we have to outsource. So for example, the circuit boards, getting the batteries, all that kind of stuff, the molding, those things we have to. The actual assembly we do in the United States. A lot of it we want to go to the VA. As well, and so that's one of our strategies. And so being going into the VA, you have to have X amount considered made in America, and so we want to make it in America anyway, although it's getting harder and harder right now. But that is the goal, to do it into the United States.
Well, the reason I was going down this line of questioning is because the made in America. Because one thing, COVID I think showed a lot of people was, oh, wow, we're too heavily reliant on so many other countries.
Absolutely.
And national security is at risk when you can't provide medical care to your own population. So hearing that that's, an American-made product is
No, I was wearing trash bags in
America.
No, I was during I don't know if y'all remember that time in 2020 where we were wearing trash bags as ponchos and N95s that had pizza sauce on it. You're using it for about three months, the same N95 mask.
While you're in the ER?
Yeah.
Really?
They were out of masks. They were out of gowns. We were out of everything. We were using N95 masks. I'm exaggerating with the 3 months, but yeah, I mean, it was multiple use. N95s are one time. You walk in there, and then you throw it away. We were using it days, weeks at a time.
How about sales? Is that something you'll do internally, or you use an external sales force?
So we have to start internally right now. We're still calling it seed round, and we are going for that amount of money, to which 20% of our seed round is going to be going towards marketing and sales. We're not worried too much about this massive, hitting up a Merck or, God, I forgot all these companies' names, the manufacturer people. But ultimately, you can go to these places and say, hey, will you sell my product? But in reality, it's very dependent. And they're like, well, how much am I going to make on this? I'd rather put my focus on selling this. So we're going to probably do founder-driven sales. And so the founders, such as myself, we can go into these hospitals. I work in multiple ERs, so I know a lot of these CEOs already. Go to the C-suite, talk to the CFO, the CNO, show them what we have, show them what our thought process is on prevention. And we can kind of utilize our founder-driven connections and going into the sales in that aspect. That's what I think we're going to do first. All we got to do is create 3 main things: commercial trials, which we're already done or doing, FDA, and commercial traction. These 3 things, we get these milestones, we'll start being able to give ourselves a valuation for exit. And that's our goal.